What's up, everybody? Welcome back. You guys are ready for some FOMO? I uh I already saw a couple of things on the announcements, and it looks like it looks like people are bugging out already, only because they stated numbers of pieces. This is how crazy it's getting because of the whole sideshow waitlisted joke and a little game, and so you don't really know what to believe anymore. So we're gonna get right into it, guys. Let's see who's here with me right now, real quickly. We got Peyton in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. We got Joker Jay in the house having lunch. Enjoy, my friend. Thank you for being here. We got Talia in the house. How are you, my friend? Hello, everyone. Finally knows this guy. Thank you for being here, my friend. We got Bobo in the house. How you doing, Bob?
It doesn't matter how you're doing.
Action in the box. How are you, my friend? Beautiful video, by the way. Thank you for sharing in the group. Really, really nice. I really like your collection. Guys, if you haven't checked it out, he posted it in my group. I don't know if he has like his own page and stuff, but check out that video. It's really nice. All right, guys. So as you saw, we got the 2.0 upgraded advanced suit for the video game Spider-Man figure, right? So as you can see, we saw this in the trailer for the video game. Obviously, we know that as you can see, we have symbiote, webs. We have the symbiote coming out. Obviously, we know why. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But as you can see, guys, so I pulled out my figure, and this is why, again, I don't get rid of my figure. So I have mine here to show you guys what some of the differences that I caught up immediately, or I caught on to immediately. Very, very minor upgrades and updates for the suit. I don't think that, I mean, they can, but I don't think they're going to give us, a different body. Again, they can, but there's no need. This is flexible plenty. It looks like it's the same exact suit. So I don't think they're going to update anything regarding the suit, regarding the materials of the suit. Also, the tentacles, what does that look like to you guys? This is Iron Spider tentacles, repainted, redesigned. The joints here, as you can see, you got these spikes, right? Obviously, they didn't add this type of joint to the Iron Spider, but it's the same exact thing that you're getting, right? So reused parts from the Iron Spider from what was that movie? Infinity War, right? So they're reusing that, obviously repainted. They like I said, redesigned all that stuff, right? So as you can see right here, if you notice right here, look at this here, right? All this white. Let me just so you guys can see up close, but I'm gonna try to just so you can see. So notice the difference already. They added more white here, and the gloves, the white on the gloves, obviously tiny bit different. Let me see if I could zoom in. Look at that. So yeah, so they changed the design a little bit of the, closer together on the knuckles, white over here. But besides that, literally nothing else, right? Nothing else. Let me see. So you get this. Oh my God, what the hell's going on? You get this. You get the wings. Obviously, these are different styled wings than the regular movie Spider-Man wings are. This is new. Obviously, we didn't get we didn't get those wings with this one. What was the other thing? The shoes, guys. If you notice, let me get to the shoes real quick, which is another noticeable difference. So if you notice, it's gonna be the same shoe, but notice the white here and the white here. You don't have that on the shoes, even though it's the same exact shoe. As you can see, there's no white. So what they're doing is very, 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 very minimal updates to the suit. Again, very minimal. Nothing crazy, nothing, oh my God. So also, let's get into what they mentioned. So here, it's an exclusive figure available with limited quantity of 3,000 units only in selected markets. Only in selected markets. So does that mean there will only be 3,000 in selected markets, or 3,000 total only sold in selected markets? You know what I mean? So that's where the wording gets tricky. I am not stressed out about this figure. I know for a fact this figure is going to be available. There's nothing special about this figure that you're going to be like, oh my God, there's an exclusive piece that we're going to run out of, or that they're going to run out of, sell out of. There's I have to get there's I can tell you right now, there is absolutely nothing different to me from the new figure. That's why it's called the 2.0, right? They just very, very mild upgrades, updates to the actual, figure. Same material, body, same material, same body, most likely. Um, the only thing that makes it cool for me is this: the tentacles, and that's it. That is it. Again, oh, and also I forgot, and the symbiote look. That is, to me, the coolest thing, right? Just because, I mean, who doesn't want a black suited Spider-Man? Which, again, I'm going to get into that as well. So I don't know if you guys remember, but when the video game, the original video game line of this video game came out, this was the first figure that was announced. For those who may remember, at least, um, this figure didn't sell out immediately by any means. It took a while, and then when it sold out, then they started pumping out the new ones, and then everybody started going back. Then they wanted this one to be able to have, all of them. And so I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be the same thing. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal figure at all. I think it's gonna come out. It's gonna sit, and then people are gonna get it with coupon code. That's what I'm gonna do, at least. I'm not gonna pre-order this by any means. There's no need. As you can see, I got the original one, and a little bit of more white on the suit and the hands isn't gonna make me, pay retail for the same thing all over again. I do really like the symbiote webs, the symbiote attachment. I really like the spider legs, the tentacle, all that stuff. Really, really cool. But is that going to make me, is that going to force me to go buy the figure right away or pre-order the figure? Absolutely not. If it sells out and I don't get it, I'll be fine. I got the original. It's not a big deal. So that's how I feel about this figure, guys. Again, don't FOMO because it says 3,000. Again, if that's your thing, Spider-Man's your thing and you're worried about it, by all means, go ahead and pre-order, do your thing. I personally don't think it's going to be sold out like that or by any means. And if it is, it is. I'm not going to be worried about it. If you're going to be worried about it, then do what you got to do for you. Make sure you take care of yourself and cover yourself, pre-order if you need to. I'm not gonna. Again, if I miss out on it, I miss out on it. If I don't, I don't. It is what it is. But what I really, really like about the figure is the symbiote webs, and the spider legs. That's it. Nothing. I'm not gonna use these wings at all. So nothing crazy. But I'm gonna get into it right now, just because since we're talking about it right away, let me just hold on. So let's see. We're gonna here. So this is what people should be worried about, or at least looking forward to, out of this whole line. Black suit of Spider-Man, we know it's going to be a badass suit. We know it's going to be the first time we get a black suit from the video game line. We're getting Venom as well. We saw it in the trailer. For those who saw the trailer, he's at the end of the trailer. Venom's going to be completely different than the Venom we already got. There's going to be an animated Venom with the white symbol on the chest, which is going to be probably the most exciting thing for Venom lovers. I can't wait to get that figure. So these two, black suit and Venom, are going to be my go-to. I have every single other VGM Spider-Man from the original, from the first video game. I literally everything that was released, I have, right? So the only thing that I would be missing would be Venom in that black Spider-Man suit. Let me see what you guys are talking about real quick before I continue. Yo, it's a great display. Yeah, no, it's nice. I really like his collection. He's got really nice stuff there, and I like how he made the video. Like every figure had its own like little bit of soundtrack to it. So like when he got to um Pennywise, you could hear the laugh. I thought that was really cool because I'm not good with videos like that, as you guys know. My videos are made by myself. It's like I can't even blame it on anybody else. Oh man, Chris, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. You made it. At least it's not 4 o'clock in the morning. Dr. Julius, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. You made it. All right, let's see. We got Harold in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Let's see who else is in here. Miles 2000. Miles 2000. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into that. Don't you worry, Peyton. Don't you worry. The black suit would have made since more. What? The black suit would have made since more. I don't know what that means. Explain, Peyton. Explain. So, so these two figures are what I'm really excited about, what I'm really looking forward to. I love Venom. I love, anything dark, black suit like that. I love it. It's going to look amazing. We're most likely going to get a head sculpt for one of them. I'm going to assume, actually, no, that's not true. False. I remember now that the head sculpt was that third party head sculpt that they made. So never mind that. We may not get head sculpts at all. It would be nice though, but I don't think so. Um, I thought that head sculpt that they started selling after the fact came with this one, but with the original red one, but it didn't. It was a third party head sculpt. That's why I was confused for a second there. But yeah, so that's what I'm excited about. Black Spider-Man suit, Venom from the VGM line, and these little attachments here. But again, I'm not pre-ordering this. I could guarantee you I will get it eventually, no problem. The second guy that was what do you call it? That was announced was this bad boy here. And let me set up this real quickly. And so we have Miles, right? So Miles, upgraded suit, right? Same exact thing as the original one. And just so you can see, I have him here as well. Let me show you quickly. So here you go. So as you can see, and I'm gonna, have them side by side real quickly in a second, but just so you guys can get an idea of where I'm going, right? So just so you have, for those who don't have it, obviously, pay attention to the shoes because I'm about to get into the shoes as well. So quick look, right? Now let's get into, all right. So let's see. No, I'm trying to see how I could make my picture a little bit bigger so you guys could see the Spider-Man figure next to the thing. Let's see. To be limited over advanced since it looks more different. I don't think so. I mean, I'm going to show you the differences of the suit. You know what I mean? Again, I don't think that we're going to get a brand new body for this. It's unnecessary. And if they did put newly updated body, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Because again, there's no need. There's nothing that you could do to this figure that the other one couldn't do. Regarding posing and articulation and stuff. So immediately, the first picture you see, look at the bottom of his shoe, right? Let me show you the bottom of his shoe. So, bottom of his shoe. There's no red like they show you in the picture up top. It's just at the middle, by the heel at the bottom. So they changed the shoes. Big whoop. Is it worth it for you to get a new shoe? Exactly. So look at the hands, right? Hands are completely different. There's more red on top of the hand right here, as you can see, and they added more red on the fingers, which there's very minimal red on there, right? So these are the only two things so far, right, that noticeably are updated, right? So now here, also, I'm trying to get the brighter picture so you could see. Here, let me. So with the effects on, it's gonna be tricky. So let me remove it to give you guys. Come on. Okay. So here's the here's the side of the arm. Now look at here. Look at the shine here. See how it comes all the way down to here? And there's another piece attached here. We don't have that here, right? We don't have any of that. None of that shine, except obviously very minimal right there, but nothing on the forearm like you're showing here. That was number two, right? Second update. Again, let me get a different picture. The knees. Let me show you the knees. Here are the knees. See how there's like this glossy like design here? Same here, but a little bit different, as you can see. See, it doesn't have that the triangles, as many triangles. This is just one big triangle, as you can see right there. So again, very, very minimal things, nothing crazy, nothing. Oh, and also look at the effects on the screen. They're blue. The original are yellow. So again, is that 2,000, 3,000 number really gonna get you crazy over things that are very, very, very minimal? It could. It's not gonna do it to me though. But I know how people are, and there are huge Spider-Man fans out there who, want to lock in their figures, and there's nothing wrong with that. You could pre-order whatever you want. But at this point, seeing how everything's happening and seeing how everything is going, you got to start being smart with, paying paying full price for these things if you don't have to. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that not to do that. I always do. You know what I mean? I always pay for retail for mostly everything. So it's not about, not, but when you can save the money, why not? You know what I mean? You don't have to spend full retail on all these figures when you know that they're going to be cheaper down the line. And again, the problem is a lot of people want their figures right away. They want them fast. Some people don't care. Some people will get that figure for $100, 2, 3, 4, not two, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the line. You know what I mean? Just to be able to get that figure that they wanted for cheap. Which again, nothing wrong with that. But what happens with that is then that figure's irrelevant, and you have it in your collection, fine, but it doesn't. It's old now. It doesn't really matter. So what that really affects is the actual collector. You know what I mean? Like, for example, if I want to be up to date with all my figures, what am I going to do? Pre-order everything. So I'm one of the first people to get it. There are collectors out there, and there's many of them out there who are not really involved in the community, and they order whenever they get it for $100, because nobody knows what they collect anyway. So it's private. So they could get away with that, so that's why people, buy and do things differently. I am telling you right now, and I started this last year already, not pre-ordering everything. Doesn't mean that I'm not getting everything, just the pre-order thing. It's like it's unnecessary at this point, unless, like I always say, it's a deluxe, something limited that I know will sell out before the collector's edition. That I will always pre-order, but I'm not pre-ordering. Like, for example, again, having both figures, the exact same thing with little minor updates here and there. Like, is that really going to make me go, oh my God, I'm going to miss out on the figure? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I can guarantee you I will get them both as well. So don't stress out. Another cool thing, guys, this design of the webbing, that is cool. That's really nice. This is for the Spider-Man 2. How they looked, see, like that. Really, really cool. That I really like. It's a new design of the web. Finally, new designs. I feel like every Spider-Man is the same exact freaking web. But see that the here we go. But the effects are blue instead of yellow. So again, is it really worth paying, retail for the same exact thing? Literally, it's you saw what the differences are. You're not getting a new body. Also, the reason why I don't believe it's 2000 is because they know that this is, a popular figure, but it could also be the other way. And they probably limited them because of the fact that the original ones didn't sell, too well or too fast or whatever they expect their items to be sold at, whether it's speed or price or whatever. So that's my thing. Am I like bugging out over the fact that they said 2 and 3,000 pieces? Not at all. Again, you guys will do whatever it is that works for you guys. I am not pre-ordering this whatsoever. There's no need. And again, if I miss out, guess what? I have the original ones that, to me, will always be more important than any reissue, than any 2.0. Obviously, the 2.0 is a little slightly better because it's upgraded, it's updated. Minor things. That's what you want the 2.0 over a reissue in general. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. Test Chest in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Thule in the house. How are you, my friend? You made it. My friend. No, it's all right, my friend. Thank you for being here. So, that's my thing. That's why I'm not, worried about this at all. There's nothing to be stressed out about. There's nothing, new. There's nothing that's like, oh man, this figure really look, even the glove. That was another thing. Oh, of course I got a closed hand. The glove, I can guarantee you the original figure doesn't have this design under the glove. Let me see if I can notice any other different. I think they're slightly let me see if I could see. Like, for example, I don't know if you guys could see, but like here, hold on. Right here, you can see like the spiderweb design. And this suit, it doesn't have any of that. Hold on. See? There's none of that there. Nothing. And it's all right here. It looks like a separate piece of material also. And it's not. So, they have to tweak it to be able to give you something different. And obviously, the video game is who's in charge of that. Whoever designs these characters for the video game or wherever they take them from, if it's a comic book or whatever, that's who Hot Toys has to copy. You know what I mean? They can't just decide to make their own type of figure of character in their view. No, it's got to be exactly the same. So it's not their fault for anything that changes. They're just copying whatever the character is. So it's understandable. I get it. But is it worth paying full price again for the pretty much the same figure? I don't think so. And you're getting, obviously the base, it's going to be labeled whatever the branded, whatever the line is. But yeah, nothing crazy about. Again, if you guys want to bug out over the 2,000-3,000 numbers, that's up to you. I'm not even flinching. Like I said, a lot of people aren't even pre-ordering at this point because they know everything's going to be available anyway. And if you only order from Sideshow, expect their BS game with wait listed, close to wait listed. That's what they're going to do. Are you going to be able to get this anywhere else? Probably. So I'm not stressed out over this. What do you guys think of this? Let me know your thoughts on both figures. I'm going to go back to the Spider-Man just because I didn't get into the symbiote style of what do you call it? Of webbing, which I really, really like. It's actually one of my favorite things of the updated here we go, right here. So that look alone right there, to me, badass. That black webbing coming out of it, really, really sick. Really, really sick. Again, we've gotten this before, one way or another. We got it with not Scarlet Spider. It was the Iron Spider from the VGM line, and we got this in gold, but it was a different design. These tips were completely different, a lot thicker. But remember that there were only 3 legs for the VGM one. The Iron Spider had 4. Same exact. It's this thing right here. Same exact thing. I could pull it out. I was gonna pull it out, but I didn't bother. I was like, it's not a big deal. But you get 4 legs here, not 3 like the Iron Spider from the VGM line. And again, you get the symbiote piece here. You get the symbiote. I love the piece. I love the piece. But again, there's nothing crazy like oh, I have to like run and get it. Absolutely not. No need. What I'm gonna pre-order, I'm telling you this right now, is that black Spider-Man suit and that Venom. Those are going to be day one pre-orders immediately because I'm really, those are pretty much the only characters that I need for everything else. Um, let's see what you guys are saying. Bobby says, and for example, even the anniversary Wonder Woman and Batman too. That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility too. But I don't know, about about those figures, because the Wonder Woman, I got the Batman, the gray and blue Batman. That it was a must for me. But the Spider the Wonder Woman, again, I if it sells out and I never see her again, I'm perfectly okay with it. I'm not stressed out over it. Like I said, I could literally go on eBay, buy a second head sculpt, a rooted Wonder Woman head sculpt, put her on the Wonder Woman 2 Wonder Woman, that with the sculpted hair, use every accessory that I have from every other previous Wonder Woman, and I have the figure right. So all I have to do is pay, let's just say, $150 for her rooted head sculpt. I do that all day long, over $600 plus that you could end up paying for this figure all day. So that's what I mean. So I'm not worried about that Wonder Woman whatsoever. If I really care for that rooted, that's what I'll do. I'll buy a rooted, an original Hot Toys rooted uh head sculpt, even if it's $200, right? Let's just say $200 rooted, better than $600 to get the same exact figure with the extra accessories. I would do that in a heartbeat, but it's not that serious for me, so it is what it is. But if I get her eventually, why not? Fab, I want this. Yeah, are you getting this? Let me know. Are you gonna pre-order this right away, or you're not? Smash that like button, guys. Yes, please don't forget, if you don't mind. I know you guys always do. You guys are good with that. Thank you. I appreciate it. I do not have Spider-Man collection. Not sure which one. Well, depends. There's so many. There's your your video game line. There's your movie line. So that's tough. That just comes down to what you really like, what look you really like. You like more animated comic book? Do you like more movie? That's where it gets tricky. When you don't really have any, and then you want one, but it's like, which one? Because there's so many. That's when it gets hard. Fabs, can you see them releasing Craven from that's a huge possibility, and I do believe so. The one thing I don't see happening is that Rhino, because it's such a big figure, and I would take that in a heartbeat as well. The From the original game, when he was in red. Well, I think he came out in one color, and then at the end, when you had to fight him again, I think he was in red. Um, Either version would be great. Um, but I think there's a huge possibility for that Craven, because it's a nothing figure. It's a body. You do the head sculpt, no problem. You do his big lion what do you call it, outfit with his the lion hair coming out. So that's very easy. You know what I mean? And it's a video game line, so they don't have to go all out. I don't remember. I think I did see what he looked like on the video game. But I don't know. I didn't really pay much attention to it. But again, it can't be a difficult figure for them to make. Even if it was a movie one with real hair, it's not going to be difficult for them. So I think it's coming, because again, it's not a figure that comes with a lot of stuff, or it's very intricate, or it's very difficult to make, or anything. A Rhino, again, a Rhino they could do in a heartbeat as well. Are they going to? I doubt it, because it's a big piece, it's a massive piece. How many people are really going to spend that money on buying that piece? I know I would, but they I'm assuming they think of big numbers, but it doesn't mean that they're not. That's just my assumption. Can they? Absolutely. But I think it has to do with also how well the line's doing. You know what I mean? Because I don't think they're going to start putting more money into a line that's not doing well. So if these two, right, these two are released for pre-order, and not many pre-orders are shown, they're not going to continue the line. Because why? If I'm going to make if I have a line, right, and I have 5 figures from this line, and I put out my first two, and I get barely any pre-orders for both of them, why would I want to continue going when I know these are doing bad? But then again, it's like, and they do this all the time. What do they do after? They'll give you a companion piece that makes you want everything. And that's when you're like, oh man, now I really need to get. So expect the unexpected. Again, I don't think so, but doesn't mean that, that they're not doing it. If these figures aren't, uh, uh, creating the FOMO and getting the pre-orders for them, don't sleep on the fact that, again, and I've been talking about it earlier, the black Spider-Man suit is going to make people who are not interested in these want that. The Venom is going to make people who don't have these say, you know what, let me get the whole line because I want that black. So those companion pieces that I'm talking about are going to be the black Spider-Man suit and the Venom that are going to make people really jump for these figures. You're going to see that. Doesn't mean that Craven's not coming. Doesn't mean that, Rhino's not coming. Rhino, and again, Rhino's from the first one. I don't know if he'll appear in the second one. There's a possibility that he could. We don't know. But I would have loved the Rhino. I would have loved the red Rhino or the regular Rhino that they had on the video game as well. But that's what happens. So I think those two figures, the Black Spider-Man suit and the Venom, are the ones that are going to be the hype pieces for these two figures. Because right now we're getting the exact same thing twice, updated with certain things, and that's it. So right now I don't think anybody's bugging out over these, or again, and I don't mean bugging out over the figure. I think they're bugging out more over the numbers, right? The numbers, which is a game, in my opinion. That's a game. I don't think that this video game line, is going to be something that everybody's going to be so deep into and so, crazy about, that it's going to sell out. So, and you're never going to be able to find this again. Like, impossible, So I don't think that's going to happen. Again, this is not a popular, a popular thing as of now, because the video game's not out. A lot of people need to wait for the video game to be out to really say, oh, I really want this, so people hold off in that way, so they don't really get crazy about it immediately until they play the game or watch the movie or whatever, so we have to wait and see. But again, I don't think this is going to be, anything to go crazy about. And I think that they put those numbers on there to create people, to create FOMO within people, to have them pre-order and them get those numbers up. But I don't think so at all. I took your advice on getting 84. Oh, nice. Did you get her yet or no? Let me know. She's a beautiful figure. I love that Wonder Woman. That body is awesome. So that's what I'm telling you guys. Don't bug out. That's my advice to you guys. You don't have to follow. If you're worried about missing out, do not listen to me whatsoever. Just do what you do. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. Because there's nothing like the feeling of, oh man, I should have just done what I usually do in pre-order. Now it's waitlisted and I can't order. There's nothing worse than that feeling. And not only that, but the fact that you listen to somebody else and not yourself, the worst feeling. Because you people usually are obviously people listen to other people, but I'm saying me, it's what I think. It's what I want, what I think, and that's how I decide to do things. But a lot of people wait for people to recommend things. But I think people are going to wait for this. I don't think anybody's in a rush for this. And again, even with those 2,000, 3,000 numbers shown there, I don't think people care much, to be honest. Again, there's nothing here that, number one, we haven't seen before. There's nothing here that's like, oh my God, this is incredible. This is like, I can't live without this in my collection. There's nothing like that going on here. And even the new cool pieces that I really like, it's not even something that's making me go, wow, I really need this right away. I could wait for this figure a month after it's released, 2 months after it's released, 3 months after it's released. There's no FOMO to me about this figure, because again, I have them. I have them both. So am I really going to miss the blue effect? Absolutely not. So that's what it is. So don't freak out. I'm starting not to believe even Hot Toys. Sideshow is one thing, but Hot Toys with those again, by them saying in select markets, right? What does that mean? Select markets. They definitely didn't select the North American market for 2,000-3,000 pieces. I can tell you that right now, because they know that people in America buy way more than in Asia, I'm going to assume. And not only that, but how big of Spider-Man fans, we know they love Iron Man overseas. We know they love Iron Man in Asia. We know that. That's why they constantly keep making Iron Man 24/7. I don't know that about Spider-Man with them over there overseas. So are they really limiting them to us, or limiting them to them by saying that? Or are they just lying straight up and saying, limited numbers to create a hype and get people pre-ordering again to get those numbers up? It's becoming a game, and that's what I'm not playing. You know what I mean? Because now you're really never going to know. Are they telling the truth? Are they lying? But what I do always order immediately are the ones that I know are limited, which are, special editions, the deluxe, because they don't make the same amount of collector's edition as they do deluxe. They just never do. It's not a thing. So those I will always pre-order right away, no matter what, just because I know those will run out and then that's it. From Sideshow specifically, not that they run out everywhere else, just Sideshow specifically. Let me see. Guys is saying don't book out because everyone had a this guy. Are you getting it? Let me know. Are you pre-ordering, or are you gonna wait till they sell out? They sell out and then you're crying about it to me. Oh man. Chris in the house, how are you? Missing the first happen. Yeah, so that's another thing that happened. A lot of people, they missed out on it and now they really want them. So that's okay. Now you're getting the upgraded one if you don't want to go backwards. I don't know how much this one's going for on eBay right now. But just get it. If it's something that you like, why not? Uncarded reviews, how are you? Did the actual list it as three? Yeah, right here. One is 2 and one is 3. Where is it? It's right here. Limited quantity of 3,000 units only in selected markets. So I think it's all BS. I think it's BS to get people to pre-order. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't think so. Let me see. 264 for Mars Toys Enigma Villain. Yeah. You know, I didn't even pre-order. I didn't even get the Joker yet, the Mars Joker. So how I feel about those figures is they're very cheap. For you to get 2 figures for 264, think about it. We usually get one figure, one hot toy for 264. You're getting 2 third parties for 264, right? So how good, and this is how I gauge what I'm going to pre-order, right? Which is why I still want that Joker because it goes really well with the Batman and Robin that I have from Hot Toys. So that's the only reason why I wanted it to begin with. And I still want it. I just haven't gotten it. But if you look at the price point of these 2 figures, 264 for 2, how good do you think those figures are going to be? How good do you think they could possibly be? Yeah, they're going to get the job done because you got the outfit, you got the head sculpt, and you're just going to display it. So is it worth it? It's worth it for whoever finds it worth having in their collection to look good next to the other figures. To me, though, it's not worth the $200 something because I could only imagine how shitty those bodies are going to be, how shitty the whole figure is going to be. Again, that's just my assumption from experience, from what I know of third-party figures, and not only that, but prices, But they look great. They look really, really good in hand, and they look good in picture. So that's the tricky part. And you're getting 2 completely different figures. It's not like you're getting, the same suit with 2 different head sculpts. You're getting 2 different suits with 2 different head sculpts. So it's really not that bad if you really, really think about value. But when it comes to quality, it can't be good. There's no way it's going to be good, We got Kadir in the house. How are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. Mal what? What does that mean? Tuli, do you know if the limited number runs will actually be number? No. There's no such thing with Hot Toys. We have to wait and see if which ones, what were the ones that they said were numbered? The Lokis, right? Those premium ones. They were supposed to be numbered at the very first figures that I know of, that I've ever heard of, that are numbered by Hot Toys. It's not something they tend to do. It's not a common thing that they do. So I don't expect it constantly now. I don't expect it often. This premium Loki, package that was sold overseas, that I understand. You're getting a T-shirt, you're getting all these stickers, you're getting a light box, you're getting, this is something that's not heard of from Hot Toys. So I get that. And I don't expect everything to be limited from now on. But they're telling you they're only making a certain amount. Doesn't mean that they're going to be labeled limited on the box, but they're telling you, again, they're telling you this for a reason. It's to create a FOMO hype in your head, saying, man, I'm going to miss out. At this point, let me tell you guys, not every figure made by Hot Toys is something that if you miss out, it's going to be a grail in the future. That world is gone. So figures now, even when they sell out and they're, it's a good figure, blah blah blah. Like for example, the uh the droids, the battle droids that just were released from episode 2, right? They're sold out. Apparently you can't get them anywhere. You're gonna see that in a couple months, few months, whatever, you're gonna start seeing them, people selling them, getting rid of them. That's what's been happening. Years ago, that wasn't happening. Once you got your figure and you got it and it was sold out, you rarely, unless you were a scalper that's what you were waiting for them to sell out so they could go up and rally and then you resell. That's who you saw getting rid of them for that, to make that money. People that didn't care about actual, collecting, and they would have a collection, but it would be a collection that they were just holding to make that money. So they would, as soon as something went up in value, boom, here's the figure. I don't care for it. I'm just here to make that money. And that's very common. That was happening a lot back then. That was very, very common. Is that happening now? I don't think so, because there's not much really going up in value like that where you're like, oh man, I could really sell this and make that money right now. Very, very rare now. I was doing that left and right back years ago with pretty much every figure. That's why I was buying doubles and triples and quadruples of things, because I was able to do that. I would open 2 for myself, 3 for myself, and sell it, and another one, which is also why I got to 1,250 figures, because I was buying multiples from the beginning. So if you were just buying one of each, there's no way that you're ever going to get to 1,250 figures like me, because, and not only that, but I was buying multiple Hot Toys and a ton of third parties as well, so that's why I got to that number fairly quickly, if you really, think about it. Can't wait for them to, Venom and the Black Suit Spider-Man are what's going to get the hype going for this line, specifically those 2 figures, because the moment you see those, you're gonna be like, oh man, they're gonna look great next to each other. And again, because I already have them, all I need is Black Suit Spider-Man and what do you call it, and Venom. And if I really care for the blue effects, guess what I'm gonna do? Go on eBay, buy them, and that's it. You know what I mean? You're not even getting this one with the new figure. You're getting this and this. You're not even getting the third one. So you're really not missing out on much anyway, So that's why I'm not stressed at all. And I'm paying more attention to, what lines and what figures are doing. Like, for example, I told you guys about the Moon Knight. That Moon Knight figure, you're gonna see that's gonna be dirt cheap eventually. You're gonna see that happening. The figure looks really nice, and I've been looking. I was talking to Bobby about this. The figure looks nice, like in pictures and stuff, but some pictures I've seen, it looks kind of cheap. Some angles make it look like the material kind of cheap, and it looks kind of cheap. So I can't wait to get it, but I can guarantee you that figure will be going for dirt cheap eventually, because there's nothing special about it. It's a Marvel figure, right? It's a great figure. It looks amazing, but Marvel, for whatever reason, is dropping in prices ridiculously. Why? I have no idea. And those, I feel like, Marvel figures that we get more often than any other company. And I feel like they're the most mainstream and the most common, because Marvel, Marvel is like what I feel a lot more people watch than DC. Even though you have your big DC fans, I think Marvel's more mainstream than DC, at least. That's how I'm going to put it. Let's see. I need this. Missed the first one. Yeah, so see, that's what happened. So a lot of people who missed out are going to be looking for this one, and you are going to be getting the better one at this point. You're getting the same exact everything, but you're getting the upgraded, updated little, pieces here and there. And obviously you get the spider legs, and you get the symbiote, and blah blah blah. But even that doesn't do it for me. Even any of that doesn't do it for me. To pre-order, am I getting it? Absolutely. I think as of right now, I am going to pass. The games are definitely big for me. I play them up. Yeah, so that's the thing. You're when I tell you you're gonna be able to find these eventually, you're gonna be able to find these eventually. Just remember that. Marvel, for whatever reason, is not selling out like crazy. They could put, again, limited amount as much as they want. It's not happening. I would be very shocked if this, like, legit sells out. Not on Sideshow, wait list. No, that's not what I mean. Like completely, like you can't get them anywhere, only on eBay for like double and triple the price. That's when you know they're sold out, like completely, and you can't find them anywhere, right? I would be very surprised that this happens with this, being not only being video game line, but being a Marvel line. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not stressed out about it at all. And again, if I have to get it later, a year later, fine, I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm not. There's nothing about it that I'm like, oh man, I don't have this. I really need it. Same exact scenario with Wonder Woman. So that's why I tell you guys, don't freak out over stuff like that. It's not that serious at this point. It's not. Some figures, absolutely. Some figures you have to jump on them because you're gonna have issues. But something like this, absolutely. And again, use what's going on right now with this line to gauge the line. What's going on right now? Go on Sideshow right now and look up the figures that they were in that they put out, that they released for this line for the first video game, and see how many are available right now. And not only on Sideshow but everywhere else. Sold out right now are, I think, Negative Suit, if I'm not mistaken. The original suit, that upgraded suit or whatever it's called, the advanced suit, that was sold out. The Doc Ock is still available. The Scarlet Spider sold out. The Mark IV Spider-Man still available. The what was the other one? There was Cyborg is still available. So they're all pretty much all still the older ones, the like I said, I just mentioned the advanced suit, and what was the other one? And the oh my god, I was just talking about these freaking suits. Sold out the negative suit, the Scarlet Spider. That's what I was thinking. The Scarlet Spider suit's been sold out. That was one of my favorite suits as well. Scarlet Spider sold as well. Iron Spider, I think it's still available. If he's not available, then he's sold out. But there's still, a few of those available, like for retail right now. And how long ago did they come out? So that's what I mean. Use that to gauge the line. You're going to see people bug out again over the Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom. Remember this conversation, because you're going to see everybody like lose their mind, because not only because of what they are, but they're going to be the cooler looking, Spider-Man figures. So we'll see. Let's see. Now they will. You'll see. He's next. You got Black Suit Spider-Man, and then you got Venom. If they're saying that they're quantity limit specific markets, how many other markets? Well, I mean, you have Europe, you have North America, you have Asia. So I'm assuming they're limiting one of those, and I could tell you it's not us. I could guarantee you it's not us. And again, if it is, if you're worried about missing out, just pre-order it. You can't go wrong with pre-ordering it, right? If you're gonna play the game, then be ready to play the game. If you're waiting until it's released, and you're gonna hope that it's available when it's there, then play the game. Play the game. If you miss out, then you missed out. That's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? You wanna save that money. You want to play the game. Then be ready to miss out on it. You know what I mean? And even if you miss out on it, you'll still be able to get it somewhere, one way or another. You'll be able to get it somewhere. So that's why I'm like, at this point, I'm not stressed out over stuff like that. What I do stress out about is like those, like that Mark 7, Disney celebration one, or that Batman, like those really limited pieces from a specific celebration. Those are the ones you got to really go for immediately. Those, when they give you that time frame and stuff, those I think are the ones that, like, I really really like. Once they're gone, that you're gonna have to overpay for them. So those, you have to get right away. But Wonder Woman being one of them, I didn't care for, because I don't, it's not something that I look for. If they maintain the quality, what they did to Villain, it would be worth. So that's another thing. I don't even know what that Joker feels like in hand, or looks like in hand. He looks great in pictures. That's why I wanted it. But for the price, I could guarantee you, quality wise, it can't be great. To have the figure literally standing next to everything else, absolutely get it all day long for that price. But again, for me, quality wise, I'm not gonna risk it. The line looks great. They're doing the Penguin. Eventually, they're probably gonna do Catwoman and Batgirl. So they're balls deep with the whole line. So, whoever's going to get that line, you're going to see it's going to look beautiful next, all together. I'm not worried about it. But it doesn't mean that they're bad figures. They're just cheap, very, very cheap quality. Very, very cheap quality. You don't get two figures for $200 and expect Hot Toys quality. Never. You can't expect 3-0 quality. You can't expect Blitzwave quality. You can't expect Enterbay quality. You can't, because they make expensive figures because you're paying for quality as well as obviously everything else. The Joker is a great body. Batman, Robin. That's okay. See, so you don't know what to expect with those bodies, and that's my fear. They could have given you. See, because like even that doesn't make sense. Because think about it. As a company, let's say I'm gonna try to scam you and give you some cheap quality stuff because that's what I'm charging. Right? I'm charging you cheap, so I could give you cheap. So what I would have done as a company would have been what? I would have given you really good quality Batman and Robin, right? Just boom, get you guys hooked. Wow, these bodies are good. These bodies are great. That gets you hooked to the line. Then boom, Joker, crappy body. Uh uh the Riddler, crappy body. Penguin, crappy body. You're hooked already. You know what I mean? But because they have this they have this mindset of we're doing the whole line. They're doing the whole line, so they're trying to get you guys to buy the line by making it dirt cheap, but they're not going to give you good quality at those prices. Never. So how much of a good quality can those things have, or those things be? Can't be great. Prices could be amazing, but the actual piece, it's going to do what it's going to do in the collection, and that's all that matters. I just won't bother with that. If they, for whatever reason, I could get them later on for $100, $80, which I doubt, but if it happens, why, then I'll get it because it'll be worth it for me at that price. But right now, $200 some dollars for no, the head sculpts aren't even that nice. You know what I mean? They're very, very basic head sculpts too, so it's not even anything like crazy. March Toys is so hit or miss. Yep. I don't think it's a great company as something. No, that's the thing. It's not. You're not paying. You're not buying these products because they're great quality. You're not buying these products because it's a great company at all whatsoever. You're buying these products because you're gonna complete your line, and that's it. You're just buying these cheap ass things to have next to your Batman or Robin, whether it's Hot Toys or Mars. That's the only reason why. You're not buying this thinking that you're getting a Hot Toys for this two Hot Toys for this price. Absolutely not. You know. So, but people are buying the line not because of quality, but because it goes together with Batman and Robin. If they have Batman or Robin, grills are determined by market demand. Yep, exactly. Very, very true. But to a certain extent, yes. Also, like for example, like if you have I'm going to give you an example of me. My something that would be a grail for me, that are grails for me are Leonidas and from 300 and I will say this Blade as well. Right, those two are like my two all time grails of Hot Toys because of what they mean to me, because of how I got them, because of when I got them, because of what I had to go through to get them. I didn't get them retail by any means, so all of that stuff makes them very special to me. So to me, they're grails. But when you buy something that's limited, that does not mean it's a grail by any means. By any means. So you're 100% right. Do you have Storm Hulkmania? Yes, I have the black one. I don't have the yellow one. I have the black one, and I've been looking for the yellow one to go with the black one, and I can't find it anywhere. And they're the Storm Collectibles makes them, and they're very the bodies are like very crappy bodies too, but it's just it's Hulk Hogan. Yes, the Black Suit Spider-Man Venom good. I think that's exactly. I think those are the ones that are going to create the hype for the line. I think those are the ones that people are really going to want. And again, not only that, but if they do make a Craven, if they do make whoever else is supposed to be a villain in the video game, because there's going to be more than just Craven and Venom, And I have a feeling that maybe, maybe not, but maybe I would hope at least Venom could become a playable character. Frank in the house, how are you, my friend? You made it. Paulo, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here. You made it. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, my friend. When do you think these will go up? Probably tomorrow. What's today? Today's Monday. Yeah, probably tomorrow. Was planning on buying both. 1.0 months ago, but decided to wait. It's premium. I was hot to going to milk. Yeah, so well, they milked the first game too. How many figures did they make so far? A lot. At least like about 8 of the first video game. So what does that mean for the second video game? How many other suits are we getting? How many villains are we getting? We didn't get a single villain from the first video game, right? So they could go now into more limited Spider-Man suits from the video game, right? Which I don't think so. I think they're still going to make, a few, and give us more villains. Obviously, the villains for this video game are more exciting, even though Rhino was awesome, the Vulture was awesome, Doc Ock was, so you know what I mean. These were the classics. So I'm surprised that they didn't make them. So I feel like for this second game, because of Venom, I think they're gonna get into more villains, and I hope they do. At least that Craven, it's an easy one to make. Vulture, I would understand, more intricate, more difficult. Doc Ock, obviously with the tentacles, all that stuff, which I think the reason why Doc Ock is delayed from the movie from No Way Home, I think has to do with production and making all that stuff. And the head sculpts, obviously, maybe if they're tweaking anything, which I don't think they're doing anything to the head sculpt. But production might be tedious with that stuff, so who knows? But definitely they're definitely giving us at least about the same amount of figures for this line, because it's supposed to be a better game. Tragedy Tales, how are you, my friend? Thank you for being here, Frank. I'll give you 100. Why so much, my friend? You are so kind and so. Keep it up. Keep it up. See what happens to you. But yeah, guys. So I will not be pre-ordering these at all. I will definitely be getting them, of course, as everything else. But the pre-order game now, it's to me, it's not the same. Again, I will always pre-order my special editions. I will always pre-order, my deluxes like that I know are limited. Not limited, that they're gonna sell out quicker from Sideshow. But yeah, this is not anything, new that's, oh my god, mind-blowing. No. Is it cool? Absolutely. Is it exciting? Yes, not because of these, but because of what's coming next, which again, it's going to be more Spider-Man suits, different Spider-Man suits, black Spider-Man suit, and Venom. Peyton says Cad Bane is rumored to drop soon. From the Boba Fett, that would be nice. That figure is going to be beautiful. Hopefully, it looks nice in hand. All right, guys. But yeah, I got to get out of here because I got to go to work. These figures don't pay for themselves, even though I wish they did. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll see you guys Tuesday, 7:00 p.m. as usual. And let me see. Yep. Oh yeah. When I see him at Comic-Con, this is what he's getting. That's exactly what he's getting. Don't go. I gotta go to work. Where are you? Oh, at work? Right. Like, so you gotta go to work, right? To what? To pay for your bills, right? And pay for your addiction, right? So do I. You think this is free? You think this is Howard sends these to me like, hey, veteran, here you go. Since you're my only one, my number one and only supporter from forever and ever. Unbelievable. All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow.